Hey, what's up, mate? It's Nick Underhill for NewOrleans.Football, and you're watching The Dot presented by Matt Bowers Auto Group. It's time for the weekly mailbag. As always, if you are a member of the site, join us in our private Twitter community. You can talk to other Saints fans, ask questions for this, and just have some easier access to everybody through that channel. Our first question this week is about the offense in general.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, there's a lot of those this week. And people want to know, is the protection issues more about offensive line? Is it about Jameis Winston? My take on this, I think it's both. I think there's some communication issues.
Sacks, the answer is both.
Yeah, there's some communication issues across the board. There's some stuff with too deep of drops, maybe holding the ball a little bit longer, not identifying things. It's everybody, and they need to figure that out sooner than later.
Yeah, look, and it's easy to say Jameis is holding the ball too long and taking those deep drops. That's probably true on two or three of them. One other thing that we have really started to notice too, and I think we talked with Deuce McAllister about this a little on the podcast, is last year Jameis was taking off running and getting out of some sacks when he was in a little danger, and that was actually one of the best things he did last year. He had a lot of rushing yardage during that 6-game start when he was doing so well. He's not running at all, and some of those sacks are coming when he's just almost like freezing in the open field and being like, there's nothing I can do at this point. I'm going to take the sack. So that's really hurting him too. But, yeah, when you have that many sacks, you could probably point to 3 of everything. I'm a little concerned about the offensive line, especially since they haven't gotten the run game going. But I don't think the sack total alone means the offensive line is bad.
What are they going to do against Justin Jefferson? Do you think they put Marshawn on him? I'll let you start with this one.
Well, yeah, I think that was one of my big takeaways from the game. We were pointing out everything that went wrong, as we should. This team's in crisis mode right now. But something that went very right in that Carolina game was DJ Moore was non-existent. Robbie Anderson was non-existent. Both Marshawn Lattimore and Bradley Roby did their job in that game. They tried to move DJ Moore all around. There was one crossing route where they got him. I can't remember if he started in the slot or not, but Marshawn followed him all over the field and then rejected the pass. I mean, they couldn't do anything to get DJ Moore open. I will be fascinated that in that game, I think because Moore and Anderson both present similar downfield threats, they just stayed on their sides of the field. I think we might see Marshawn Lattimore shadow Justin Jefferson because he's clearly such a game breaker and because he moves down the field more than Adam Thielen does. I think we might see a real elite matchup between one of the guys playing the best receiver in the game right now and one of the guys playing the best cornerback in the game right now.
Yeah, I want to see it, and I think these are the kind of games that he really excels at. So I think he should be on there. I think that's their advantage. Our last one, is the offense more predictable than it was now than it was under Sean Payton? Look, I don't think so, and I think people that try to tell themselves that they can call out the plays before they happen, that's not actually occurring. They do a lot of their core stuff the same way they used to, but there's so much personnel, there's so much movement, there's so many different types of formations that it is not predictable in the way that people think it is. It never has been. It never will be. I think maybe one of the things that they fell into a pattern of last week a little bit, and maybe this is what people are alluding to, is just some of the runs, the pattern of run, second down, long third down. That's got to change up a little bit. But, and the other thing they were doing, too, is they were running, I thought, too often with 12 personnel, 2 tight ends on the field, 3 tight ends on the field. That got them against stacked boxes, and that made it a little bit harder for Alvin to operate between the tackles. So maybe there's a little bit of stuff that they could do a little bit more creatively. But overall, the idea that the offense is predictable is something that I'm selling. I'm not buying that idea at all.
Play calling is the ultimate chicken and the egg of all time. I mean, how many years did we spend seeing on our Twitter feed when Sean Payton threw on 3 straight downs? Why doesn't he ever run the ball? You need to run the ball. He's just being so stubborn. And then they throw incomplete on first down at 2nd and 10. They run the ball. This is so predictable. What are you doing? When it doesn't work, it was a bad play call. Running on 2nd and 10 after an incomplete pass on first down is the downfall of all 32 NFL teams. If you want them to throw on every down, hey, this Saints team looks like they should throw on every down because of what they've been doing in the fourth quarters this year. But you can't have it both ways. You can't say you've got to run the ball, you've got to be balanced, and then every time a run goes nowhere, say it was too predictable. Sometimes you've got to beat your head into the ground to get that run game going.
Yeah, the only thing predictable about this offense right now is that they're not executing at the level they want to. That changes, that cures all of that narrative. So we'll see if they can do that this week. We're here in London throughout the week. Keep it locked to NewOrleans.Football.